Hi, my name is Natalie, and I've been teaching Tantric meditations and practicing them and healing and emotional healing for the past 10 years. And this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all these topics. Today I wanted to talk about fantasizing about other women. I received an email from a guy who asked me for my permission to masturbate as he watches my videos. Those are always weird emails for me to receive because I don't really know why someone would need my permission for that. Probably a lot of people do that anyway. And I think asking for permission is kind of like getting my attention, and also his desire for me to know that he's doing that and to get approval for that, because men feel so guilty about fantasizing about other women or just women in general. They feel like they're doing something wrong. So it gave me the idea to talk about it in a short video. I don't want to get into it too much because I have talked about this before, but I wanted to specifically talk about the point that men feel bad when they fantasize about women and masturbate. And it feels like they feel like they're doing something wrong. And I think in general today, men feel bad about their sexuality. We are so angry at men's sexuality, and men are also angry at their own sexuality, but they still do it. They still have the need, and then they feel guilty, and they feel like if I masturbate about someone and imagine her in my head, then I'm doing something wrong to her. I'm doing something bad to her with my imagination and my penis. And just in general, like, my sexuality isn't a good thing. And then some men look for approval from women. Like, I'm horny, I want to have sex with you, is that okay? Or I want to masturbate on you, is that okay? And they want this approval the way that what they're doing is fine. And it's not just an approval of like, yes, that's okay. It's maybe an approval of like, you know, do that, have fun, enjoy. And if I'm looking at it from a tantric perspective, and an energetic perspective in general, when you have good, loving thoughts towards a specific person, and you know, you feel it very, very like powerfully, very strong in your body, you are sending good energy to that person. And they might not know it, they might not realize that's what's happening. They might just feel suddenly, you know, a nice wave of good feelings and sensations in their body, but they're getting that good energy from you. And it works the other way. If you really hate someone and want someone to have trouble, or just like hate, and you're angry at someone, and all day you're walking around and you're having these angry thoughts about a specific person, you're sending them bad vibes. You're sending them negative energy, bad juju vibes. That's black magic, that's voodoo. People do it, and it actually works. And it's scary to think that the voodoo actually works, but it's good news because it means that the other way also works. And if you love someone, or if you're attracted to someone, and they make you horny when you think about them, and you're grateful to that person, like, oh my God, thank you for being such an amazing woman. I just look at you and I get hard and I want to have sex with you, and here I'm masturbating and I'm imagining this amazing sex that we're having. I get like coupons from God when that happens. Like I stole that from my teacher, by the way, but I feel good. Like, anyone having good thoughts about me and sending me love, I'm gonna feel good. I won't know why necessarily. It doesn't really matter. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to ask my permission for it. And I'm talking about me and every other woman in the world. If you're having good thoughts about that person, you're sending them good energy. And then we go into the sexual thoughts. Why is sex? Sex is good. It's a nice, good, pleasurable thing that we can do. Women enjoy sex just as much as men. We want to feel that connection. We like having someone touch our body. We enjoy the penetration. We enjoy the clitoris stimulation. Like, we like sex just as much as you do, maybe even more. Sex isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. So if you're thinking sexual thoughts about someone, you're thinking good thoughts about that person. If you're doing it with all this like shame and embarrassment, and you're angry at yourself for doing it, then you're starting to mix in the negative emotions, and maybe that person will feel that too, and then you'll feel guilty. So we want to be very focused on our goals and what we are doing. We don't want it to just happen and then feel guilty. We want to actually be mindful about the sexual thoughts we have about women or about other people, And we want to add something very small into this practice so that we don't cause ourselves or anyone else damage or energetic damage. And that would be to say thank you. So if you are imagining me or any other woman you're attracted to, and you're using our images in order to get aroused and horny and to masturbate and to ejaculate, whatever you're doing there, start by saying thank you to the woman in your imagination. You don't have to tell her it in real life. No, but in your imagination, you could start off the imagination by saying, thank you, X, whatever the name is. Thank you for being such an amazing woman and for giving me inspiration and for causing me sexual stimulation in my body. Thank you for the imagination I'm about to imagine with you and me having amazing sex. Thank you for helping me feel better. You are amazing and I love you. And if you begin the imagination, the fantasy with that prayer, you'll do it without guilt. You won't be angry at yourself and you'll feel good about it because you just sent someone a ton loads of good, loving energy into their being. I don't know if it goes in their body or in their soul or in their energy sphere. It doesn't really matter. But if you start with the gratitude and you appreciate that person, but you really appreciate them for arousing you, for causing you to feel good, for causing you to feel all these nice sensations in the body, and you honor that person by thanking them for being amazing and for making you feel that way, I think you'll feel less guilty, less angry at yourself afterwards. And I do feel that person will get some nice energetic feelings without really knowing why or how. They might not even notice it, but it will definitely do them good. It's okay to fantasize about people. It's okay to masturbate and fantasize about people. It doesn't really matter who it is, as long as you are, you do it with gratitude and you honor that person and you realize how much that person is actually giving you without giving you something physical in the world. They're giving you so much because that person exposed themselves. Like women, there are women online who expose themselves sexually and then you masturbate on them. They don't have to do that. Yes, they're making money off it. I don't know if I agree with it all the way, but in general, the point is to arouse you sexually. And there are so many women who don't do that. And there are so many men who are married to wives who never even think about arousing their husband sexually. So if that woman, yes, she needs the money, yes, whatever, all these negative thoughts, but she took the time to upload something online that will arouse you sexually and you feel better because of it, you can thank her and be grateful for that and honor that person. And yeah, that's what I think. So I don't need people to tell me that they're doing that. I kind of guess they are. But I think that, I get the good vibes from it when it's done with respect and with honor and with gratitude. And I do the same for the people that I fantasize about, and I hope that it makes them feel good. And from the ones that I've talked about, it did. So I think it works. For me, it works. Sex is a good thing. You're allowed to fantasize about people. If an image of someone, even if you don't know that person, if their image has caused you to feel sexual stimulation and good feelings in your body and your mind and your emotions, then that's amazing. And we can be grateful for those people and you're allowed to feel good. You're not doing anything wrong. You don't need to apologize. You don't need to ask for permission, but you can add in the gratitude, the respect, the honor, and the love into that practice. Also in Tantra, we talk about the inner lover. And if I'm a woman, we usually call him Gabriel, and a woman, Gabriella, I guess. I don't know, you can call her whatever you want. But it's in Tantra, we talk about connecting to the inner lover, which is also done by imagination. So if I have a woman that I'm really attracted to and I really respect her and I'm very grateful for her for arousing me sexually, I can imagine that I'm having sex with that woman and it can be the best sex I've ever had and I'm the best lover and she's the best lover and we're just loving each other and having the best time, the best sex, the best love reunion. And it's in my imagination. I can activate sexual energy when I'm imagining that. And then I'm creating a place inside of me where I have perfect sex, where I have the perfect lover, this woman who just loves me and adores me and keeps on telling me how amazing I am. Yes, it's in our imagination, but the body doesn't really know how to tell the difference between an imagination, a dream, a thought, or something that's actually happening. The proof for that is that you can imagine something sexual and your body will react. So if I start imagining that I have this perfect inner lover that I can go to whenever I want, she always loves me, she always wants to be with me, she always thinks I'm amazing. You know, for me as a woman, I have that imaginary male lover who is always there for me. Whenever I'm lonely, I kind of talk to him. I can imagine myself having amazing sex with him and raise a sexual energy. And whenever I'm lonely or I feel like I need a man, I can go in and imagine that lover, that male lover, the perfect tantric male lover, and he's there, he's real for me, and my body reacts in a way that it would react if it was a real man. It's not instead of having relations with other people and with men or with women, it's something that we can start to cultivate within ourselves so that we can be free from the dependent, you know, from being dependent upon other people. Because I sit at home and I'm lonely because no other woman will have sex with me. So I need a woman to have sex with me to feel happy. And if a woman doesn't want to have sex with me, then I feel sad. So we don't want to have that kind of relations of dependency with women or with sex. I want to have the source of energy, the source of love, the source of good feelings. I want to have it inside of myself. I want to cultivate it inside of myself. And that is through the imagination and adding in the sexual energy in the body and slowly building a loving, respectful relationship with that inner lover. The way she looks, you know, you choose. She can be based on someone you know. She can be imaginary. She can be a woman from a movie that you liked, a famous model, actress, whatever. It doesn't matter. And what matters is that you feel that this woman loves you and you have the best sex with her and the best relationship with her, and then your body starts to feel like you actually have that in your life, and then you start feeling better. And then when you go out into the world, you're not as desperate because you kind of have that connection inside of yourself. So it also gives freedom and self-confidence in the world. And this is a daily practice, and it can be for life, like forever and ever. This will be your inner lover, and she will love you forever. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in my next video.